And it's unfortunate it's going to be game 3, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Miami. Let's get to this Heat and Nuggets finals preview. So this will be very interesting for the simple fact that these two teams, again, they're not beholden on how great Jokic or Murray have to be because the other guys are stepping up. The same with Miami Heat, where Butler, he doesn't have to go for 40. Bam, he could be just plain awful. And if Caleb Martin shows up, if Tyler Hero shows up, if Kyle Lowry shows up, they could still win the game. So, just your thought process on this series. How you see it going?
This is where the ultimate better dudes theory is going to come into play here. I'm gonna roll with the Nuggets, and I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6
Mm.
because, frankly, the Heat have been doing something nearly unheard of, but I think it just stops here. I just think it stops because I don't see Murray or Jokic pulling a Tatum or Jalen Brown. I just can't see it. I think they're going to give you consistent games every single game, and the role players in Denver are going to step up. They're going to continue to hoop. They're going to continue to make shots. Like, how did they can't keep shooting like, yes, they can. They can and will keep shooting like that. So before the Heat culture even tries to utter the foolishness, they will continue to shoot like that. Just letting you know from the jump. The coaching, obviously Spo's a better coach than Mike Malone, but Mike Malone is still a good coach.
Yeah, he's better than 99% of the coaches in the league. Probably
Exactly.
maybe 2 or 3 that may be better than him.
Exactly. So, yeah, and I just expect Jokic to just dominate. I don't think Bam is going to do next to anything against Jokic. Jokic is going to get his game off regardless. Jamal Murray, I expect Jamal Murray to cook whoever they put on him. At least give us 20-something a night.
Mm-hmm.
And the role players going to continue to do their thing. I don't think that he have enough. I know you be like, you're saying, look at what they've done, but like this Nuggets team would wash nearly every team that they played in the playoffs. Maybe they probably wash Milwaukee too, but and plus they're coming off nearly 2 weeks of rest, and the Heat have a lot of miles on them, especially after playing 2 play-in games, a game 7, and they played more games. They just played more games. The Nuggets are fresher, not dealing with as much injury. I don't know if they even dealing with any injury. So yeah, I think it's just a destiny type run for the Nuggets.
You make valid points. It'll be interesting to see how Eric Spoelstra sort of the defensive game plan, because I don't see them running that same zone against Denver.
They're going to die if they
Yeah,
run
they're
that
they're
zone.
gonna kill that zone instantly because Denver does a really good job, especially Jokic at the free throw line. He's definitely gonna be at the free throw line, and they're gonna exploit that left and right. So it'll be very interesting how they figure out a way to defend Denver because Denver is such a really good ball movement team. The guys are able to make their own plays at times, and Jokic and Murray two way action. It's just deadly. Jokic and Murray in the pick and roll. Murray's mid range ability, 3-point ability, driving to the basket, his handle ability. It's just disgusting. Just his ability to create his own shot, and Jokic his ability sort of passing and being able to shoot the 3 ball, shoot the mid range. It's just unbelievable. Like his ability. Like I'm just watching. Sometimes I remember AD was guarding him or Roy was guarding him, and he would just be in the mid range area, standing still and shoot over the top of him, comfortable.
Yep.
His ability to sort of post up. He can do it all, and I don't know how Miami will be able to defend the Nuggets, especially with their lack of size, and they don't have a whole lot of really good wing defenders. They're a really good team defense. It reminds me almost like with the Spurs in the past, where they didn't necessarily have all of the great sort of defensive players. They had Duncan and they had Kawhi, but everybody else, they weren't the greatest defender in the world. But because of just being coached well, that's what this Heat team remind me, because they have Butler, who's a great defender, and you have Bam, who's also a great defender. Similarly with the Spurs with Duncan and Kawhi. How will the guys sort of defend? Because I think that's the number one thing, the number one story when it comes to Miami. How will they defend Denver? Because if they can figure out a way to sort of contain Denver's just great shooting, then they'll be able to win the game. But if they can't do that, you might as well wrap it up. Probably winning 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I think that Jimmy's going to get his game off. I don't see much of anybody that can really guard him. But who else is going to step up? Can Caleb Martin continue this level of scoring? Can Tyler Hero at Game 3 be the difference? Can Bam Adebayo show up? Like, I told you this after they went up 3-1, right? I told you I need more from Bam. And you were like, he's been playing okay. I'm like, no. Only 5 for 7 is not going to cut it. And you would think, oh, that's sorry. No, he's an all-star. He was an all-star this year, averaged 20. I need that from him. I need 20 points from Bam. And these last 3 games, the reason why Boston was able to go up like they were wasn't just because Miami, they were breaking shots, whatever, and Jimmy Butler, he was having some bad games, but it was because Bam didn't do his job offensively. He cannot be a role player this series. He needs to actually do something. You can't be Clint Capella this series. You can't be who's another center that people be talking about. You can't be DeAndre Ayton this series. You need to be that 20 points per game all-star. We need that from you. You can't be a role player this series. You can't keep getting away with riding the coattails of Jimmy Butler and Caleb Martin and Max Strus all the damn time. We need you to be the Robin of Jimmy Butler this series. No excuse. Are you going to show up or not? I see the talent. I see the quickness. I see the ability to get damn near every shot when a big is guarding you. But you just keep settling for bad shot after bad shot. You keep doing these dumb-ass decisions. What are you going to do? It's the NBA Finals. This is it. This is the chance to win a championship. Are you going to do your job? Or are you going to continue to play like a role player? Continue to only attempt, single-digit shots? Are you going to continue to do that? Are you going to continue to fold under the bright lights? You're not just a defensive player. You can also score. I need the scoring. You're not Dennis Rodman. You can do more than just rebounding and blocking shots. I need that from you. I'm not asking you to be a top 10 player. Just give me 20.
Be Chris Bosh.
Yes, be Chris Bosh. Give me 20 points. That's all I'm asking from you. It's not that hard. Anywho, Bam needs to show up.